Damn, I'm so bored. Might as well play some toy soldiers while I'm waiting for the pizza to arrive.
Yo, what's up, engineer?
Howdy, Scout.
What you playing?
Toy soldiers.
Isn't it that the game is set in some World War I looking game, but the soldiers literally look like toys?
Heck yes!
Damn, those are some really good graphics.
Feels nostalgic, right? They even have it on the Nintendo Switch now. The game was well ahead of his time.
I heard the Toy Soldiers has some very interesting bosses like the Zod Tank and Uber Tank. My favorite games are always Sonic and Tony Hawk's Skateboard, except Sonic 06. Fuck Sonic 06!
That game can go to hell where it belongs.
But if I have to pick which Sonic video game, it will probably be Sonic Heroes, Sonic Adventures 2, Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Generations, and Sonic Sega console games. Oh, and let's not forget Sonic Colors.
Conga, conga, conga! Conga, conga, conga! Conga, conga, conga!
Order, lads! What are y'all doing?
Hanging out, and we were just discussing video game stuff with engineers like Toy Soldiers, and I love Sonic games.
Hold on just a bloody minute! You don't like Sonic 06, do you?
Like I said earlier, fuck Sonic 06.
That's the spirit! If you don't mind, I'm going to use the couch.
But I also love something more than just Sonic games. I love Deadpool games and Spider-Man games.
I thought you would be more like a Quicksilver fan, since you love Marvel so much.
I do love Marvel, and I do love to go fast, but Quicksilver I don't have something in common with him. So I chose Spider-Man. Now that guy can relate to. As for Deadpool, he's just downright funny. Something that you will have to chillax and hang out with.
If you guys are discussing video games, God of War, through the first all the way to Ragnarok, God of War is the best game I ever played. I enjoyed playing as Kratos. He was a fucking badass. He was once a great Spartan general who brought a lot of glory to Sparta. He defeated armies, then he defeated monsters, then finally he brought the gods of Olympics to the fucking knees. He was a true warrior, and he was the ultimate slayer of gods.
Fuck yeah! And remember that cutscene where he kills Zeus by punching him to death?
That was satisfying! The story of God of War was very good, but it was also very tragic. You have a very good taste in video games. Like when the God of War Ares tricked Kratos into killing his own wife and daughter. That was absolutely shitty of him, but at least he got what was coming to him. For everything he has done, and he was begging for mercy from Kratos to let him live. In the end, he was killed by the ultimate god slayer, the ghost of Sparta. Kratos was not just a fucking badass god slayer, he was the father of the year in the new God of War. I thought it was fucking epic when Kratos did fight against Baldur and kicked his ass. But I also thought he was a great father to Atreus, and he definitely did the right thing telling his son the truth about where he came from and about what happened between him and Zeus.
Hell yeah! Father of the Year right there indeed. So, what's up guys? Playing video games, huh? I mostly played video games on Nintendo back then when I was, well, just a poor gamer. And Tony back then didn't let me share or play multiplayer with him because he was so stingy. I mean, he had one of those awesome games like Call of Duty and Halo. But I did have some Nintendo 3DS games. The game was called Fire Emblem Fates. I got the Birthright, Conquest, and Revelations. But I never talk about the third one. I picked the Hoshidans, then the Norse.
Dude, you really gave me some nostalgic flashbacks right there. I even still have my 3DS my shelves to this day. But let's not forget, when you combine all three games with a lot of characters, you get around 81 characters in total. But you know the story written is pretty crappy, right?
Except for the characters. They're good. Elise's death, though, was very tragic. The fans don't care about it, but just think about it. Someone that close to you who meant a lot about you? Damn, that is an emotional roller coaster ride.
It did maybe cry when Xander died. If I ever got myself a dimensional time machine and bring them here to find the DNA test results, it would have been done.
Heavy does remember that sad cutscene. But anyways, here's one of my favorite games I love to play. Doom!
Oh yeah, that classic.
Doom was the most epic game I've ever played.
I love destroying demons left and right. I especially love to use the chainsaw on the big good demons. Makes me feel like I am big man and they are tiny baby demons.
Have you ever considered yourself downloading some mods? They're really cool, man.
I don't remember downloading any mods. I played it on the Xbox. And my favorite boss battle in Doom was the Icon of Sin. He was so fucking huge, it was like I was fighting a giant.
Let's also not forget the famous Easter egg.
Oh yeah, the hand of John Romero! Oh, that slaps me on the knee.
Bonjour, ladies and gentlemen. I see we're having a game night. What are you boys talking about now?
Well, nothing, Dad. We're just talking about video games. And if I may ask, what is your favorite video game?
That sounds great. My favorite games is Hitman, Metal Gear the Classic, Assassin's Creed, and Payday 2.
Hold on! I know that you like those games with Payday 2, but you do know Payday 2 was always about shooting cops and stealing cash and other good stuff.
That's true, but it also has a good stealthy gameplay as soon as you level up quickly. Just ask Heavy and Flint.
I like to be the demolitions expert class, and I'm a really good exploiter of the game.
Now I love playing as a big juggernaut.
Honestly, Spy, I wouldn't be surprised if you like Payday. When I look at you, I always think you are about to rob a bank or do a heist. The reason why I get that feeling is because the way you dress, you always wear that damn ski mask. You look like a damn bank robber.
What's up, you wankers? What are we discussing about this time?
Video games.
I love Sniper Elite series and the Far Cry series. I wouldn't be surprised if you would be a big fan of Sniper Elite. It was obvious he would pick this, especially since the main protagonist is a master sniper. Of course, Spy, after all, Cole Fairbairn is not just a hero and master sniper, he is a fucking legend. He was defending Tobruk from the Germans, but he quickly rose through the ranks and became a second lieutenant. At the beginning, he was a volunteer sniper. He was not just a master of sniper, he was also tasked with intelligence gathering, sabotage and search and rescue. He was also very good at sneaking around. He did not just kill Nazis and destroyed their tanks and half-tracks. He also destroyed their super weapons like the P-1000 Ret, for example. He destroyed that beast before it was ever made, and he killed the man responsible for the project. He also stopped the Nazis from executing Operation Kraken. That would resulted in a fleet of Nazi U-boats bombing the eastern coast of the United States with the V rockets. He saved America from a nuclear holocaust from those Nazi bastards. There is also one more thing I love about the Sniper Elite games. It's killing that fucking parasite Adolf Hitler. I love trying to assassinate him with every possible way. I also love to play Far Cry 4 and 3. To have one of the most beautiful sniper rifles in the games. Not to mention I love Far Cry 5 and Prono. It makes you feel like a really good hunter, a really good Rambo. Overall a badass trickster. Even helps you explore the map, hunt, kill other creatures to craft your equipment gear. Ubisoft's at its finest.
Dude, I love their shotguns and their assault rifles. It feels so freaking satisfying to shoot at enemies with it.
Heavy does love the healing animations of it.
After all, as it provided the most interesting challenge, plus the main antagonist is Anton Castiel. He was a president of Yara. He was a very good villain, and did you know that the actor who plays him, with the same actor who played as Gus from Breaking Bad, he was very good in that show playing as the villain.
Honestly, Dad, you make a good point. Anton Castile was a very good villain. I mean, he was a fascist dictator who ruled over his own people and oppressed them. Plus, when we look at his flag, it doesn't look like a flag of a republic. It looks more like a flag of a fascist state.
Thank you, Scout, but I think we now talked enough about Far Cry. Now let's move on to Hitman.
Dude, I remember playing Hitman Absolution.
I see you played Hitman Absolute, and yes, the story was really good. The gameplay was also a lot of fun as you play as Agent 47, who is a master assassin. And you don't just have a chance to put on disguises to try to keep yourself hidden, but you also have multiple ways to assassinate your target, like poisoning him or pushing him off a cliff. He's not just a master assassin, he's a legend. I would have no doubt that he would be more than capable of assassinating a dictator of a country. It just shows that Hitman is one of the greatest video game series I have ever played. You know what else was a good Hitman game? Blood Money. It definitely had some great missions. There was even one mission where Agent 47 saved the President of the United States from a political assassination, and he was in the White House, and the White House is one of the most secured buildings in the world.
My favorite is Rhythm Dash, Dance Dance Revolution, and sometimes strategy games such as Civilization 4. Speaking of which, if I ever had fingers, though it may look weird, I would definitely give the Guitar Hero a chance.
Dude, I swear, you're the luckiest man ever!
Yeah, thanks, man. I know.
What's up, maggots? What are you guys talking about? And Spy, I heard you talking about the White House. Are you planning on sneaking into the White House? Oh no, soldier, we talking about video games. Video game discussion, hell yes. My favorite video game is Wolfenstein: The New Order, and Wolfenstein to the New Colossus is my favorite character is BJ Blazko, it's aka Terror Billy. He is a true American hero and a true American patriot, as he will bring the fucking Nazi Empire to its fucking knees and free America from Nazism.
Don't forget, in that universe, they also split California to Imperial Japan. Oh, and even Hawaii.
I'm pretty sure you would be talking about the man in the high castle, because in Wolfenstein, the Nazis controlled the entire planet. Compared to man in the high castle, the world was divided between Japan and Germany. Wolfenstein is the greatest game I have ever played. I feel like a fucking juggernaut just playing the damn game. Plus they have some really powerful enemies. Like there was a robot dogs. Let's not forget those damn giant robots the Nazis were using. It pisses me off seeing what those Nazi bastards did to my land of liberty. They also made New York and Boston into a fucking wasteland. There was indeed a moment in Wolfenstein that I did love doing, and that's breaking Adolf Hitler's fucking neck. The best part of the game was starting the Second American Revolution after killing that Nazi general. America was free from the Nazi, right? The land of liberty has risen again.
Oh yeah, that bitch Angle. Don't get me started with her. She made Hitler look like an angry screaming toddler.
Yeah, I mean, just look at this evil bitch.
It made me feel great just cutting off her fucking face. She was the ugly Nazi bitch.
Remember BJ's dad? The frickin' deadbeat asshole?
I remember that guy. He was nothing but a piece of shit. Also nothing but a racist who abused his son. I think he also killed his own dog. I'm glad that piece of shit was killed by his own son, especially for everything he has done. Racism is a stupid idea for stupid people. It should never exist. I never felt so good destroying a North American Reich and restoring the United States.
Wolfenstein is a very good game, and while I do dislike the Soviet Union for what they did to my family in Russia, but I hate the Nazis even more. Especially for what they did to my people, and playing the game makes me feel great killing every single Nazi.
Whatever we do, have a Nazi on our team.
Medic is not a fucking Nazi soldier, don't even fucking say that! He will get pissed off if you say it!
For the last fucking time, I am not a goddamn cock-sucking Nazi! I'm just going to make this perfectly clear with everyone! I am not a fucking Nazi! Those bastards ruined my country! I deeply hated those bastards, especially Hitler bastard ruined my country, and because of him, my people suffered and he brought death and destruction to all of Europe. My country was divided between East and West Germany. I blame it all on him for what he did to my beloved Germany, and if I could go back in time to kill him, I would not hesitate to blow his fucking brains out.
I think you killed him.
No, he'll be okay. I just gave him a shock so big that he fainted as long as he was still conscious. Now what are all of you doing?
Well, we were discussing our favorite video games, without arguments.
Well, my favorite game would be Resistance: Fall of Man and Halo.
Dude, I freaking loved Halo when I was just a little washer one out of the egg.
Yeah, the story of Halo is a masterpiece when you come to think about it, especially the story of John. He was a legend that saved humanity from being wiped out from the Covenant. He also defeated the Flood. He was a true hero and a true Spartan.
Hey, remember Major Johnson?
Holy shit! Major Johnson is a fucking manly badass! But yes, Major Johnson really reminds me of George Patton, but more badass. I really love the quotes. And let's not forget the one-liners too!
He indeed was. He was also very charismatic, plus not even the damn Flood could defeat him. He was a very good soldier and a charismatic leader. I was sad in that he didn't make it in Halo 3, but at least he went off with a bang. Now it's time I talk about Resistance: Fall of Man. I happen to like the Resistance: Fall of Man series, of course, as it takes place in an alternate history world. Like in Russia, for example, the Russian monarchy crushes the communist revolution before they seize power within Russia, but the Russian Empire retreats into the state of isolationism in Europe. Thought that it was intended to conceal a general mobilization, that's what they thought anyway. But when war finally came, it was a lot worse than they could imagine, as they were not Russian soldiers, they were Chimera.
I heard about them when I was a teenager. Are those guys alien? Mutants? Demons?
They were former human scout that got infected by a virus. It was basically a chemical weapon that was being used by the Chimera to conquer Earth, and eventually terraform Earth to make it suitable for Chimera life. So basically they are trying to colonize our planet. The Chimera were highly technologically advanced. They defeated most Europe in just 2 months. As the Eve was no match for the Chimera, plus they were given at least 2 names. I know that in Italy they were called the Death's Plague, in Russia they were called the Angry Night.
His name was Nathan Hale as he fought the Chimera in the United Kingdom along with his fellow Americans. Of course, while fighting the Chimera in Great Britain, Nathan Hale became infected with the virus as him and his squad was ambushed by crawlers, but when he got infected, he broke out of his comatose state. He became a superhuman, and when the American attack in the United Kingdom failed, Nathan Hale was able to link up with the British resistance and fight a guerrilla war against the Chimera. Of course, he did not just kill hybrids, he killed larger Chimera creatures and machines like Titans and drones, as well as Goliath, which is a giant mechanized walker. And he discovered the largest tower in the British. Ours was in London. Nathan Hale, along with the British and the Americans, destroyed the tower and freed the United Kingdom from the Chimera.
Man, what a night it was with my boyfriend. I wonder what the fellas in this spawn room are up to. Oh, so you guys are talking about video games, huh? Nice room. I do love to play Sims.
Let me guess. It's because you love to fantasize yourself alone with your BF.
Shut the fuck up!
That's why you can't make a move on your boyfriend.
Look, who's talking but the opposite around, who's always an absent father?
Oh, go fuck yourself, you childish little girl.
You too, sad old man. I don't really care if you're whining about it. And besides the fantasizing, I do love to decorate my house. There's a lot of choice. I'll love to pick one by one. I just hope I get a house like that with a pool.
I'm a big fan of third-person shooters. Do love Resident Evil.
Let me guess. It's because of that tall lady.
Fuck you. I'm bisexual, but I am not that crazy for her.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Oh my gosh, Pyro is at a Vulpix!
Oh, it's so cute.
I caught it. Haven't named her yet, but I'll think of something. For now, I'll just keep calling her Vulpix. And yes, I did change my voice box on my mask. I'm a Pokemon fan myself, but also there are plenty much other games like what Engineer is playing. And most importantly, I do love Skyrim 5. I am a Fire Mage class.
You know, Pyro, that Inuyasha voice kind of fits you.
Meanwhile,
boss, we have problems, and you're not gonna like them.
Lay it on me, big guy.
Well, the warden knows that we snuck the cup here, and we're in a case of trouble.
Son of a bitch!
But hey, why not I use this little guy to chug up the cube? It works on my phone.
Douglas, you motherfucker, you're a fucking genius!
Wait, I am?
Shut the fuck up and let's move.
We're free, bitches!